Welcome back to another series of logarithms. Are you ready? Good. Continue na namin. Alright, the next item is number 6. If I remember sa number 6, the thing that we're gonna do is to apply all the rules of logarithms that we had so far. Because you have to remember, from 1 to 5, they're just the basics when it comes to expanding or condensing a logarithm equation. But now, it's time to get into the frantic set of logarithmic expressions. And you're going to have to either condense it or expand it, depending upon the situation. And good luck with that, because this time, the problem may get a bit harder. Kaya namin to. Let's do this, okay? Number 6. We have 6 times the log base a to b minus, oh yan, this is already the plot twist now. Because as you can see, everything's already in parentheses. So you have minus 5 times log base 8 of q plus log base 8 of 512 minus 4 times log base 8 of t. Now, is this log written in expanded form or in simplified form? It's an expanded form. How do you know? Because we see one or more logs in the answer, in the initial point. Moreover, look. Addition and subtraction, yes. So therefore, our goal is to condense. Now, what do we do first in this particular situation? First, let's apply this. Kasi nga, diba, remember, sometimes, when you have a long parenthesis over here, diba, the parenthesis started from 5 times log base 8 of q plus log base 8 of 512 minus 4 times log base 8 of t. I think the goal is to remove the parenthesis. And how do you remove the parenthesis? Look right in front of it. You see a negative, right? So therefore, the negative has to be distributed. So everything's being raised to the negative 1 power. So we need to distribute everything first. So therefore, this can be written as 6 times log base a to b negative 1 times 5 becomes negative 5. So minus 5 times log base 8 of q. Diba? And then, this is just 1, right? So from plus becomes minus. So minus the log base 8 of 512. Minus log base 8 of 512. And then minus. Diba? Negative times negative. Diba? Remember you applied distributing the negative 1. Even though there's no number there, but you already know there's negative 1. And any number being multiplied to negative 1, because remember, any number multiplied by 1 is just itself. Pero thanks to identity property of multiplication. Pero may negative. So therefore, include the negative. Because applying to multiplication of integers, we call in the law positive times negative or negative times positive, or in summary, multiplication of different sides will lead you to negative answer. So therefore, di ba remember, negative times negative, same signs, alike. So maging positive na yan. So it's plus log 4 times log base 8. Nasa na yan? Yan. Yan. Now it's already written in simplified form. And it's much more cleaner that way. Anything else that we can simplify? Yes, and that is the power law. Very good. We can now let all the coefficients that are in front of the logs or behind the logs be brought up. So therefore, it's log base 8 b raised to the 6 minus log base 8 of q raised to the 5th. Log base 8 of 512 is just the same. So just mimic that. And then, plus log base 8 of t raised to the 4th power. Very good. Now, all the logs are alike. So now, what do we do now? We can write that as one single log, like this. So copy the log and its corresponding base. And then, naka-fraction na yan. What goes in the numerator? What goes in the numerator? Diba remember, log base 8 of b6? Diba? So log base 8 of b6 is in the numerator. B raised to the 6th power. That is in the numerator because it's positive. Although kahit walang sign dyan, we already know it's positive. Pero kapag may negative, we emphasize negative. Pero there's no sign at all in general. And then, what else is positive? Ayan, I forgot to tell you pala, last time, I always think talaga, whenever the preceding one's a negative, I prefer that everything is negative kahit na may positive doon sa bandang dulo. Pero it's not like that. Because, ganito yun. Whatever happens in the first part of the log, if you see already negative, you don't treat everything that follows after it subsequently as negatives. You have to follow only with one single log. So therefore, the log base 8 of q raised to the 5th, that's negative. So therefore, q raised to the 5th power is down. Nasa baba. Okay? Log base 8 of 512, nasa baba din. It's still downstairs. And then, t raised to the 4th power, nasa taas. Yes. Okay? And that's how you write the logs in simplified form. Hey, one more thing. Did you know we can still change the log base 8 of 512? But since it's in the denominator, we can do negative 3 na lang. Because, di ba, remember, log base 8 of 512 is 1 over 512 is, di ba, remember, translate this in an exponential equation, we have 8 raised to what power gives you 1 over 512. Applying solving for exponential functions, di ba? And this becomes 1 over 8 cubed. And then 8x, tama, that's 8 raised to the negative 3. So therefore, to simplify the logs, it's going to be like this. Negative 3 plus log base 8 of the entire thing. B raised to the 6th power, t raised to the 4th power, all divided by q raised to the 5th power. And that here is your final answer. To expand this, if you were to rewrite it by expanding, you can do the negative 3 into 512. Nasa baba, di ba? Just like that. And then applying the logs. So log base 8 of b raised to the 6, log base 8 plus log base 8 of t raised to the 4th power, minus log base 8 of q raised to the 5th, minus log base 8 of 512. Then let the exponent slide and you will still get that same answer. Right? Ganun kasimple. Next, let's go to number 7. For number 7, this one's a bit tough. Kasi nga, diba, remember, it says here we have log base, ano yun? Log, di ba, remember, walang log, walang number sa baba. Walang base. So, it's already automatic log of u. Di ba? Log of u. And then, di ba, remember, we have, ano yun? Plus log of v. Di ba? Minus log of w plus 1/2 of log of x minus 1/3 of log of y plus 2/3 of log of z. Now, do I remember what is it written? How is it meant to be written? Is it expanded or condensed? Expanded. How can you say it's expanded? Because it has plus and minus. So therefore, it's all written in expanded form. And our goal is to rewrite that in its simplest form. So we need to rewrite that as one log. So applying the rules as follows. So ano yung naka-add? Meron pa ba? Do we need to simplify this? Yes, ang 1/2, that's a power law. So therefore, that's log base x raised to the 1/2 power. So let me write this for you para hindi kayo mahirapan. So therefore, number 7, we have log of u. Wait lang ha. And then we have log of v. And then minus log of w. What else? Plus 1/2 log of x. Minus 1/3 of log of y. Plus 2/3 of log of z. Right? Now, we can apply the power law. So, applying the power law, copy everything what is meant to be done. Copy everything. That does not imply power law. What we have so far from uv to w. And then log of x, that's the same as plus log of x raised to the 1/2 power. And then yung log of y, that's raised to the 1/3 power. And then yung log of z plus log of z raised to the 2/3 power. Hey, one more thing. Did you know that we can rewrite the fractional exponents into radicals, right? So rewriting it, we do it like this. Doing it this way, just copy what we have so far. Like log of u, log of v, minus log of w, log of x, and di ba remember, naka-raise to the 1/2 power? Or in translation, on short, that's translated to the square root of x. Although walang number na nakita mo sa root, ibig sabihin square root na yan, automatic. And then, we have minus log, and then y. Root, diba? Kasi nga fractional exponent. Pero may number 3 sa denominator, so therefore, it's the third root. Diba? Plus, root again. Ang nasa denominator ay nandito. Tapos, 2. Diba? Z, 2. Yan. That's how you write the logs in expanded form. Pero, now that we've already rewritten it in simplified form, how can we further simplify it? Yeah, now we're going to write it as one single log. Just like that. So, log, ano yung nasa taas? Kung yung naka-plus, that goes upstairs. Is log base u on the top? Yes, nasa taas siya. So, u goes onto the top. Ano pa yung nasa taas? What about letter v? Plus ba yan or minus? Plus. So, kung plus, nasa taas. What about w? Nasa taas siya o nasa baba? Nakita mo may minus dito, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, nasa baba. Minus. Yung x naman, square root of x. Plus or minus? Plus. Kung plus, nasan siya? Taas. Very good. Square root of x, nasa taas. What about the cube root of y? May minus, diba? So, nasa baba. Yes. What about z squared, cube root of z squared? Plus or minus? Plus. So, therefore, nasa taas. Yan. And that is your final answer. So, therefore, the final answer is log of u v times the square root of x times the cube root of x z squared divided by w times cube root of y. Very good. And that's how we condense the logs. Great job, guys. But we're still not yet done because we still have a lot to do. And that is number 8. Let's see what problem number 8 does. Good luck. So for problem number 8, ayan. What do we do here? This one, we're going to expand the logs. Well, how can we say we're going to expand it? Because look, it's written in condensed form, di ba? Naka-condense na yan. It's in condensed method. Why is it in condensed method? Because there's just only one log. So therefore, we're gonna have to expand it. Paano siya i-expand? Yun na yung plot twist. Kasi nga, diba, remember, we have more power loss that needs to be done. And this is kind of tricky because, diba, remember, everything, all the things that you see here, diba, remember, ito yung kontento, diba? Ito yung mga kontento. X, y, and such that the y is being raised to the 4th power, divide by 729 times a raised to the negative 6 power, they're all being raised by the 2nd power. So, therefore, that implies power law. Actually, to be honest, there are 2 ways on how you can solve this. So, the first thing that we need to do is this. Ganito kasi yun. First, I distribute the 2 to the log. Base 9 of everything. Ganito kasi yun. Or you can just simply distribute the 2 to everything. To all the factors in the exponent. Pwede pa rin yun. Pero I know naman, since everything's being multiplied by 2, so therefore, I'm gonna have to do this way. Para hindi ako mahirapan, I'll just set aside the 2 first. Wanna see? Ganito kasi yun. So, di ba remember, this is number 8, di ba? Can you see what I'm doing? Kasi nga, I'm gonna use a light colored pen. So, therefore, we have 2, di ba? Di ba remember, this is the exponent that we're raising it to. Everything 2. And then, we put parentheses, di ba? Bakit magdagay tayo ng parentheses? Magdagay tayo ng parentheses because we're going to multiply everything. And our goal is to expand the logs. So, we have log base 9 of x. Yan, log base 9 of x. Nasa taas, di ba? And then, what's in the numerator? Log base 9 of y raised to the 4th. So, plus log base 9 of y raised to the 4th power. Diba? And then yung nasa baba, log base 9 of 729. Yes. And then yung nasa baba din ay log base 9 of a raised to the negative 6. Yes. Log base 9 of 9, log base 9 of a raised to the negative 6. Pero, do you think we can still simplify this further? Ayan, you can also write it this way. Pero, just what I said, ang 2 is set aside na namin. Pero, we will see what we will do to the 2 later. But before that, let's work on whatever's inside the parentheses first. So again, copy the 2, and then in parentheses. Diba yung nakita mo may exponent dito? So we need to let the exponent slide. So therefore, do you see any exponents sa x? Wala. So therefore, it's just gonna be log base 9 of x. And then yung y raised to the 4th power, we let the 4 slide. So it's gonna be 4 times the log base 9 of y. And then 729, just copy that value. And then yung negative 6, we let it slide. So negative 6 times log base 9 of a. Tama? Pero take note, diba remember you have 2 negatives. So we just distribute that. And that automatically becomes positive. So writing that becomes plus 6 times the log base 9 of a. Kasi diba remember you have negative, diba? Double negative. And minus times negative, that's equivalent to positive. So naging positive 6 times log base 9 of a yan. Any more? Can we simplify this more? Ah, yes! That's already rewritten in expanded form. Correct! Pero, di ba remember sabi ko sa'yo, we still have the 2 that is being left out. Parang naiwan namin yung 2. Di ba remember sabi ko sa'yo, I tried to do a special trick first by isolating the 2. Pero sabi ko sa'yo, babalikan namin sa dalawa na yan. You see this 2 that is still left over here? Ano yung gagawin namin sa 2 na yan? Yes, i-distribute na namin. So we're going to distribute the 2. So that's what we're going to do at the last moment before we finalize this up. We are going to distribute the 2. So therefore, it's 2 times log base 9 of x. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 8 times log base 9 of y minus, write your y properly,